Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I'm really excited that we get to learn together online, and as Mr. S mentioned yesterday, we're going to be taking turns recording these instructional videos. So first and foremost, I want to say you guys are all doing an amazing job and we're both really impressed with your work, so keep up the awesome job. Alright, so we're going to pick up where we left off yesterday. So we're going to start with lesson 54, part 5. So you'll find part 5. Our job is to complete the table and then answer the questions below. So it says the table is supposed to show the number of boys and girls at Washington School and Roosevelt School. Of course, we have some missing information. So our first fact, there were 82 boys in Washington School. So I'll first find our row for boys and then our column for Washington State. I'll fill that in with 82. Our next fact is the total number of children in both schools was 237. So I'll find total children and then total for both schools, 237. And our last fact, 55 girls went to Roosevelt School. So I'll first find Roosevelt and I'll go over to girls and put 55. Now, our job right now is to fill in the rest of the chart so that we're able to answer the following questions. So first, let's start off with this column to find out the total of boys for both schools. So we have the one for Washington and Roosevelt, but we're missing our total. So let's put that on our number line. Right now, our total, that's when we're combining things. So that's always a bigger number. So we know that's our big number, but right now it's missing. So let's plot our small numbers. 82 and 36. And what do we have to do when we have our two small numbers but we're missing our big number? That's right, add. So let's do 82 plus 36. We have 2 plus 6 equals 8, and 8 plus 3 equals 11. So our answer is 118. So we'll plot that in our box. Now let's erase that. So let's look at our next column. We're still missing 2 pieces of information. So I'm actually going to skip over and do one that we can solve right now. Let's look at the total children for both schools. We are missing how many children went to Roosevelt. So we know our total is 237. Our total always goes where? At the end of the arrow, because it's our big number. So 237. Our small number is 146. And we're missing our other small number. So what do we do if we're trying to find a small number? That's right, subtract. So we're going to take, of course, our big number, 237 minus 146. We have 7 minus 6 equals 1. 3 minus 4. Now we know we can't do that, so we'll borrow from the 2. That 2 becomes a 1, and then it's 13 minus 4. 13 minus 4 is 9. Then we have 1 minus 1, 0, and we don't have to include that, of course. So we know that there were 91 children that went to Roosevelt School. Let's get ready. Clear this off. All right, so now we can start doing our rows. So our first row, we're missing how many girls went to Washington School. So we know the total amount of children, and the total will be our big number, of course, 146. Our first small number is 82. And again, we're missing a small number. So what do we have to do when we're missing a small number? Subtract. So we have 146 minus 82. 6 minus 2 equals 4. 4 minus 8, now we can't do that. So we'll take this 1. We'll borrow that. So that becomes 14 minus 8 equals 6. And our answer is 64. And we're almost there, filling in our chart. Just one more to go. And that's how many girls went to both schools. So we're looking for the total for both schools. Our total, again, is our big number. So we'll plot our two small numbers, 64 and 55. What do we do when we're missing our big number? Add. 64 plus 55. So first we have 4 plus 5 equals, that's right, 9. And 6 plus 5 equals, that's right, 11. So we have 119 for the amount of girls in both schools. So you'll take a look at your worksheet. Now there's a couple questions, A, B, C, and D, that will ask you information that is available in your chart. So make sure you have all this information written down, and you can pause this video and finish on those few questions. All right, now we'll look at part 6. I'll just clear this board. Part 6 is just multiplication practice. So we can do a few examples, but we'll also be sending a multiplication chart as well, and you'll be doing the rest individually. So let's do first 7 times 5 equals, that's right, 35. Next one, 7 times 1 equals 7. Nice job. Last one we'll do together. 7 times 3 equals, that's right, 21. So take a look at part 7. I'm just going to set it up on my board so we can walk through it together. Part 7, we're looking at multiplying, adding, and subtracting fractions. So first is A. We'll walk through a few examples. We have 4 over 3 times 2 over 3. So now we know when we're multiplying, we do the top and the bottom. So first we have 3 times 3 equals 9. And 4 times 2 equals 8. So our answer is 8 over 9. And our next one is B. We'll do 12 over 5 minus 12 over 5. Now, of course, we're not multiplying, so we need to make sure we have the same common denominator, which we do. It's both 5. And now we always know that the bottom stays the same when we're adding or subtracting. So we'll do 5, and then 12 minus 12, that's right, 0. So our answer is 0 over 5. All right, so you guys can pause this video and finish the rest of part 7, and then come back and join once you're all finished. So let's just walk through part 8. Part 8, we're multiplying double digits. So I'll do an example, and then for independent work, you'll be doing A and B. So I'll get an example ready, and you won't have to copy this down. It's just so we go over how to multiply double digits. All right, our example is 75 times 48. So of course, we're first gonna look at our 8. I'll do a little box over here. So we're gonna do 8 times 5, and then 8 times 7. So 8 times 5 is, that's right, 40. So I'll put a 0 here, and I'll carry the 4. All right, then we have, 7 times 8 equals 56. Now 56 plus 4 equals 60. So I'll first put our 0 and our 6. So we have our 600. So right now, all we've done is 75 times 8. So now let's take a look. I'll use a different marker to make sure it's all clear. We'll take a look at this 4. So we want this 4 to multiply by 5 and by 7. So of course we know it's not really a 4, it's 40. So we need to add our 0 to recognize that it's in the tens column. So first we'll do 4 times 5 is 20. Put our 0 here, carry the 2. Now you can cross off that 4 so we don't get confused. And then we have 7 times 4, which is 28. 28 plus 2 is 30. So we'll have our 30 here, which equals 3,000. Now we're done multiplying at this point. Sorry you can't really see. The marker is running out a little bit. But now we just have to combine these two answers. So we'll be left with 3,000 600. Remember to put your comma in after to show the thousandths place. All right, so the rest of part 8 will also be done independently. So you can return to this video if you need another explanation, and let me know and Mr. S know if you need any further help. So I look forward to speaking with you guys and checking out your work. Keep up the awesome job.